Sup everybody, this is Dustin from MyFreedomSmokes.
This is Zack from MyFreedomSmokes, here today to talk to you about the 4 best starter kits that we have here at MyFreedomSmokes of 2015. First, we're going to go ahead and talk to you about Sub-Ohm, for those of you out there that kind of want to start with a starter kit that's going to give you decent cloud production, great flavor, something that has a lot of airflow. And I guess I'll start with the Ego 1 CT. This is a consistent temperature controlled system. This is the new Ego 1. The reason why this is one of the best starter kits, in my opinion, that we carry here is because of all the options that it has. Just for starting out, you're probably not going to want to do temperature controlled, but it does have the option for reading in nickel and also reading in titanium. Then it also has the option for just a regular coil. This comes with a 0.2 ohm coil, 0.4 ohm coil, and a 1 ohm coil. You use the 1 ohm coil if you're just starting out. You kind of want to get the feel for vaping. You don't want a tight draw. You don't want too heavy of a hit. And then if you don't like that, you have the option of a 0.5 ohm coil, which gets you into sub-ohm. That's when you're going to want to open your airflow a little bit more and when you're going to get more cloud production. And then it also has a 0.2 ohm coil. That is when I would suggest that for when you get really serious about it, because that's going to be massive cloud production. You're going to want your airflow wide open. But even with the 3 different coil styles, the airflow options that it has, you still get great flavor all throughout. And the temperature controlled, once you get into it, you want to mess around with it, it's one of the best that I've seen because it's consistent all the way throughout. You talk about the iJust 2?
iJust 2 is absolutely my favorite starter kit that I've ever tried. Flavor in the tank that comes with it is phenomenal. In the video where I originally did the iJust 2, I was talking about I'm tasting notes in my favorite e-liquid that I'd never tried before, or tasted before. Real big fan of it. The coil that comes with it is a 0.3, so you're going to be chucking huge clouds. What is it? 2600 milliamp hours battery, so the thing lasted me days without charging. It's a starter kit that comes like a cylindrical tube instead of, most of the box mod kits you have. Internal battery, so you don't need any 18650s or 18500s or any of that nonsense. Just plug in, charge, drip and fill. Super easy to use, tastes delicious, lasted all day. Looks snazzy. Only downside about it was the ohms airflow control. It's a jelly airflow control instead of being like a little metal ring you would twist around. I just took it off of mine and used it wide open airflow, and it was one of my most favorite devices I've ever used in my vaping career.
Forever.
Yeah, I love the iJust 2.
Yeah, the iJust 2 is great. I definitely will stand behind that. It's a great starter kit. And for those of you out there that just don't care about sub-ohm, you just want to use something that's going to help you quit, something that you can rely on, that's always going to be there for you, the Endura T18, which I just recently did a review on, if you've seen that. I don't like starter kits like this. I don't like pen styles, but this really, really impressed me. This thing is great. It's very easy to use. It's very reliable. When you open it up, everything you need to know about this is right there in front of you. It has a little flap that opens back up, and it lets you know where you need to fill it, because it is a top fill. A lot of people that are just getting into vaping probably are going to be buying top fills. If you have been into vaping, you know that most tanks were always bottom fill. But this lets you know exactly how much e-liquid comes in, how much e-liquid to fill into the tank. It comes with a 1.5 ohm coil, only coil that I know of that it has out right now for this. I doubt that they're going to have any other different ohm coils, because the 1.5 seems perfect for this.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's great. The airflow on it is very tight, but to me, the airflow that comes on this is the closest thing to the pull of a cigarette that I've used with any other device. It has a 1000 milliamp per hour battery, so it is going to last you a while, especially with the 1.5 ohm coil. Not pushing a lot of power, it doesn't really need a lot of power to heat that thing up. And it's 14 watts regulated, but it's a consistent, continuous 14 watts throughout the entire vaping experience with this thing. It comes with an extra Pyrex glass piece for it, just in case yours breaks. They always do. They're easy to break. 2.5 milliliters of juice 2.5 milliliters that you can fill this thing up with, which is probably going to last you about half a day. I mean, unless you're just getting into it, depending on what nicotine strength you have and all that, but we don't need to worry about that. It's just an all-around great, reliable tank, very easy to use, great setup, everything about it I love. Has a little dial at the bottom that you can twist to the side, so you have a micro USB charger for it. You don't need to worry about that. It's a smart charger. cuts itself off when it's fully charged, and it's also pass through, so you can use it while it's charging, so you don't really ever have to put this thing down if you don't want to.
All right, sub-VOD kit includes, it's another pen style tank. Similar, looks like a mechanical mod, similar to the other all-in-one kits that came out right around the Atlantis, stuff like that. It looks very similar to that. Fits in your pocket well, not bulky and boxy like other box mod starter kits. Which I do like, but I really prefer the mechanical mod styles if I have a choice, like the iJust 2. Comes with a 0.5 ohm SS OCC coil, which is the new cylindrical coil. It's the newer version. Fires down to 0.5 watts. Comes with a charger, extra Pyrex glass, all that extra coil. But just all around a great device. Great for chucking clouds, good for flavor.
It's a great starter kit. It's a very good starter kit, especially if you want to get into this with just skipping stuff like the Endura. You just want to get into it. You want decent clouds. You want good flavor, but you want something that's also going to help you quit cigarettes, which is why I always go sub-ohm. I like lower nicotine, and that's what sub-ohm's good for. Gives you that good hit, gives you the nicotine you want, just with not a lot of nicotine. Stuff like with the Endura, with the tight draw, with just the high ohm coil, high PG juice, that's normally when you get into higher nicotine strengths, because you need more of that nicotine, because you're not getting a lot of vapor all at once. So yeah, that's it for today. These are the 4 best starter kits that we've carried here at MyFreedomSmokes for 2015, and we hope you enjoyed the video.